Our batting performance. Well, once again, we've got ourselves into a position where we can launch. We probably haven't done that, to be honest. I think by the sounds of the guys, speaking to the guys, the wicket slowed up a bit through the middle. I think we saw that with the way Gayle started and then struggled towards the end. I think the RCB bowlers adapted pretty well and changed the pace on the ball. But look, we've been in a situation a few times now where we're only 4 down and we're probably 20 short on where we really should be. I think going harder probably a little bit earlier to try and get those. You'd probably rather be 8 down rather than 4 down at the end of the or 9 down. So I think we've probably got to keep chatting about that. We've spoken about that. Saying that, it was a pretty good innings from Gayle. I thought he led the team again really well to be out there, to be able to do that and try to control the middle. I guess we lost wickets as well through the middle, which doesn't help, stops the run rate. Yeah, I think at the start he gives himself a few just to get the pace of the wicket, which he's done most of his career, I think. He probably won't play more than probably 3 overs. I think he gets the move on once he gets the pace of each bowler. Through the middle, we'd like him to keep going. But I think the way the spinners bowled, and the wicket was holding up a little bit, it was quite hard for him to do that. And then I think with losing wickets as consistent as we did, he sort of had to be the man to bat through. And if he's there in the last 3 or 4 overs, he can get 50 runs, 60 runs if he's there. So ultimately, yeah, I guess we'd like him to go a bit harder a bit earlier, but the role he played tonight, I thought was excellent. He deserved 100, but I think, as I said, the wickets and the conditions slowed up, and again we saw that at the end because he couldn't, with the spinners especially, he couldn't find the middle as much as he'd probably liked. Yeah, personally, I think we were 15, 20 short. I think with the start we had, obviously the wicket slowed up with a softer ball, but I still think, I think the feeling was we were a little bit short. Again, as I just said, we've probably got into our position. Got ourselves into a position where we should be able to launch, but we've either lost wickets. RCB bowled pretty well through the middle as well and took the pace off. As I just said with Chris, he struggled to really to middle a few sort of towards the middle, towards the end. But I think we're definitely a few short as we saw the way their batters played. Obviously, world-class batters. Yeah. I think most of the grounds in India at the moment, I think that the chasing is I'd say it's easier. We probably didn't see as much dew out there tonight, which we thought might affect the wicket to slow it up a bit. But again, we'll probably touch on our bowling in a minute, but our bowling wasn't good enough with 2 pretty good bowlers, batsmen out there, as in Gayle and de Villiers. But look, I think tosses are crucial. When the toss goes up and you bat first, you've got to make a good score because especially this ground as well as other grounds, they're really hard to defend. Well, I think again our batting's been really good. I think before today we had 300-run partnerships in a row, which for 2020 cricket is very unusual. So we're batting very, very well. And I guess the disappointing thing for me is we've bowled really well in patches. We've had a couple of really good games, which we saw, I thought, improvement. And then we saw a game out there today where plans that we made were a long way off. So we've got to really get together, get ourselves back together pretty quickly. You can't afford to lose many more. Just saw the table; it's pretty chock-a-block, pretty close. So we can't afford to drop too many more games. So we've got to really get back to the training and making sure that the bowlers are executing and doing their job. That's why they're here. They're world-class bowlers. They've got to make sure they do their job.